is done. Finally, Ezekiel Elliott and the Cowboys have agreed upon a 6-year deal, $90 million. The deal includes a whopping, according to this report, $50 million guaranteed. But it's over. It's over. Zeke Elliott has finally signed. We can all rest. We can all feel very confident that our first round pick was an absolute slam dunk. Why? Because people were letting this guy fall out of their top 4, which was shameful. If you let Zeke fall, if you were at pick 5, 6, 7, 8, and you didn't pick Zeke, shame on you. Ring the shame bell. And if you missed out on Pollard, don't worry anymore. All of you that got sniped and Pollard was taken way too early in your draft, now you can rest easy. Now, this was a report earlier, and then now we have this report here that comes in that Zeke Elliott, the plan right now is for Elliott to get 20 to 25 reps against the Giants in week 1. So a lot of people are wondering, oh, is he going to play? Should I start him in this week? Is he going to be out of shape? He will be fine. He's going to get 20 to 25 reps. He will be fine. You don't even consider sitting a guy like Zeke Elliott. You just don't. So exciting news. I can't tell you how excited I am. What does this do to my rankings? Guess what? He never left my top 4, but Zeke already jumps over into my top 2. Kamara, Zeke Elliott, Barkley, McCaffrey, and yeah, look at the guy right there at number 5. That's my number 5 running back. Might I take Hopkins or Adams above him? Probably. But then guess who's right back in the mix if I have pick 8, pick 7? I'm looking at Dalvin Cook, and I think you should too. Dalvin Cook is a top 5 running back heading into 2019. So this is my top 5. My top 5 running backs. I'm excited. I'm so excited that it's finally over. What are your opinions on Zeke Elliott? Is he going to be top 2 for you moving forward? And wow, finally, it's over. Because it's been a roller coaster. We knew it was going to get done. We were all taking Zeke in the top 4. If you are a sleeperu.com, if you're a sleeperu.com subscriber, member, follower, you weren't letting Zeke fall past 4. Other people were, but you weren't. And so I took advantage of him at, I think, pick 10 in one of my leagues. Absolute craziness. But, man, finally over. Super excited. I wanted to get on here, do a live, talk to you guys, and see what you're feeling. Kind of celebrate with you, if you will. I almost went live last night, or I did go live last night for, almost 2.5 hours, waiting for this news to break last night. And I almost said I was going to go live until he signed, or until this news became official. We had a almost official report last night where there was a report earlier in the day suggesting that a deal was done in principle. But we wanted it official, and man, I'm just excited. It makes me feel better about my Odell pick in the second round, says Jeff. Couldn't wait to jump and take him 8th. That's fantastic if you got him at the 8 pick. Who got him outside of the top 4? Drop it here. What's your opinion on Kerryon Johnson? Should I try and get Chris Carson? I'd rather have Kerryon Johnson myself. I know a lot of people are Chris Carson believers this year. I'm not. Not to the tune of his ADP, which is sometimes in the 3rd round. I'd rather have Kerryon, but, that's preference for me. I realize a lot of people. Smitty slept in his chair. I almost did. I almost went live until this became official. I was so tempted to do that. So tempted. Got him at 1.7. That's fantastic, Josh. You cleaned up. Anybody that got him outside the top 4 cleaned up. If you got him at 4, you cleaned up. Got him at 5, says Elijah. Excellent job. Zeke over CMC PPR. Well, what do you see on your screen, young man? My top 5 running backs. Right here. So the answer is right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Jacob. You got him 8 in a 14-team league. Jeff, congratulations. Pat yourself on the back. Your entire team should take a lap. You traded Carson D-Hop for Zeke. Fantastic job. For Zeke and Odell. You got Zeke and Odell? MT, did you get both of those players? For Zeke, Odell? I would have traded Hopkins and Carson for Zeke alone. Would you start Zeke over Pollard this week? Take a lap, James. James, that's a ridiculous question, and it's lap-worthy for sure. That's probably one of the most lap-worthy questions I've heard in a while. Should I start Zeke over Pollard? But James, no offense. We love having new faces here. You stay, but you do need to take your lap. Theodore says, I only paid $44 for him. Thanks to you. Love it. Theodore, you are a genius. $44 for Zeke. Congratulations to all of you who took advantage of this insane drop in value that people just couldn't stomach the thought of Zeke holding out on them because of the Lev Bell trauma that everybody was completely just leveled last year with. Everybody was freaking out so bad. And was I worried that he could miss a game or two? Sure. But if you grab Pollard, there was no worry. Should I trade Zeke and Dede for Dalvin, Cook, and Brown? Antonio Brown, W is asking. No, I take Zeke and Dede. I just noticed I have David Montgomery, Kerryon Johnson, and Dalvin Cook, NFC North running backs. Bears 6 times. Morning, Smitty, says Kyle. I'm pumped. You're pumped. We're all pumped. Zeke Elliott deal is done. 6 years, $90 million. 20 to 25 reps against the Giants in week 1. Don't even consider benching this guy. He's in game shape. John Rossnick. He's okay. I think you've asked me that before. And he's okay. He's like a bench receiver, but I don't know that I'd be starting him. How comfortable is starting Flash Gordon? Hilton or Sutton otherwise? I'd probably go Hilton. You can't bench T.Y. Hilton. Brissett's not incompetent. Brissett can get him the ball. Brissett's not bad, actually. He could be somewhat exciting from a fantasy perspective, I think, and feed Hilton enough. Hilton still has low wide receiver 1 appeal. I don't take him in the 3rd round myself. But you're talking about Gordon, who is not even a 3rd or 4th rounder. He's good, 6th, 7th, 8th, wherever you want to take him. Sutton, deeper down the way. This is a no-brainer. You start T.Y. Hilton. You drafted T.Y. Hilton. Use T.Y. Hilton. And don't undervalue T.Y. Hilton, coming from a guy that's undervaluing him, according to most. Smitty, with the up-to-date news, first thing, you're the man. I'm sorry I couldn't bring this to you completely ironed, clad. This is it. Done deal last night. I tried my best. I stayed on here for two and a half hours trying to give you guys a inked, locked and loaded. This is done. It's official announcement, but I couldn't wait any longer. Hey Smitty, hey guys, what's up, Sand? Smitty, where's my, what is that picture? What is that? Where's my what? Trophy? Man, I'm excited. I'm excited. Did we doubt Zeke?
No means no.
Did we let him fall?
No.
I need a yes button too. Because I want to yell, did other people? But I can't. Zeke's the man. I feel like we should have had "I Believe I Can Fly" as the intro to this video, just playing in the background. Oh man. Sutton versus the Raiders. Zeke gonna eat, baby. Zeke gonna eat. Thanks, Smitty. I drafted. Great team because of you. No W. You drafted because you are you, my friend. And you are a part of this community. And you know what you're doing. But I appreciate it. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad all of you are here. Hit that thumbs up on the way in the door if you could. And help this channel grow. But this is my top 5 right here. Kamara, Elliott, Barkley, McCaffrey. And Elliott moved from 4 to 2. I told you guys, Elliott, even if they said he's missing 2 or 3 games, he's my number 4. He was locked into my number 4. But I did say the moment this guy signs, he jumps to my 2. And that he did right in front of your eyes. And guess who's number 5? Dalvin Cook is my number 5 running back. Over DJ? Yes. Over Bell? Yes. Dalvin Cook is my number 5. Over Nick Chubb? Yes. All those guys are right there behind him. But Dalvin Cook is going to have a cup of coffee with these 4 gentlemen above him. On occasion, Dalvin Cook is going to dance with those top 4. On more than one occasion. Monty or Lockett? Monty. It's time to start thinking about matchups. Jaws, you're correct. Would you ever go running back with your first 5 picks in a 2 flex position league, not super flex? Potentially, Ball, because I go first. I go best player available in my draft, so I could see myself doing that. Elijah says, Dalvin Cook going to be top 3. He's going to, as I said, dance with these big 4 gentlemen above him and have cups of coffee on a regular basis with the top 4. Dalvin Cook's going to eat as well. Everyone in this top 5 is going to eat big time in 2019. There are some players that I feel like are must-have players. Alvin Kamara, Zeke Elliott, Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson, George Kittle, David Njoku, Alexander Madison down low. I'd probably say that Devin Singletary's moved up into that middle tier now. Everybody wants Devin Singletary, but who has been talking about him since the beginning? We have. And then Jalen Samuels, pair him with Benny Snell. You want a crazy deep, you're in a deep league, or at least a medium to large size league, meaning your rosters are deep. Kareem Hunt and Dontrell Hilliard, pair those 2 bad boys together, put them on your bench, come back later, and I believe you will have groomed and grew somebody that's going to start games in 2019 and one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns are going to be this year's Kansas City Chiefs. So you think the talk about Zeke getting 20 to 25 plays in week 1 is probably BS? No, I don't think that. Well, I mean, could he get more, you mean? More players to make sure you own. So I've told you the running backs. I've told you some deep running backs. Also, so Alexander Madison, Jalen Samuels, Benny Snell together, Hunt and Dontrell Hilliard together. And if you don't like that, if that doesn't feel right to you, because you're not a guy that can draft Kareem Hunt, then that's on you. All I know is that in a lot of my leagues that are deep, I don't play in a lot of these Yahoo leagues. A lot of my leagues are deep. I can afford to take a guy like that. And when you take a duo like that, they can win you a league. Wide receiver must for me. Calvin Ridley, Tyler Boyd, Odell Beckham Jr. if we go up the way. Mike Thomas. I'm feeling it with all these guys I'm spitting out. These are the guys that are must-haves to me. I'm thin at flex. I have Pollard, Samuels, Henderson, Singletary, Hilliard, Hunt, Darwin. Look at that. You're going to get somebody to pop. For now, you're probably looking at Singletary maybe or Henderson. Man, I'm excited. Zeke Elliott deal is officially done. We can all rest easy. We can all now get some sleep. I know I've been up so late the last couple days trying to report on this live. It's been crazy. Boyd or Henry? Probably Derrick Henry. I don't know. That's a toss-up. That's close. In PPR, Boyd, there's an argument to be made for Boyd. For sure. For sure! Let's see if there's any other news. I will say next up on my list to talk about, because I think this is important, I'm just checking the news. Drake is listed as a starting running back. I do like Balaj. Pick him up in leagues where he's available. Melvin Gordon, the last report, NFL Network Rappaport reports that a Melvin Gordon trade just does not sound likely to happen. Then we had Goff signing a $134 million deal, $110 million guaranteed. But on the topic of Melvin Gordon, I will say this. Now that my work is done on the make sure you don't let Zeke Elliott fall past 4. And if you're sitting at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and Zeke falls to you and you don't take him, shame on you. That has been what we've been preaching for weeks. Now that that is over, my work feels done. Now guess what time it is. Go trade for Dalvin Cook right now while you or Dalvin Cook, yes, go trade for him. Now that my work, let me start back over. Now that my work is done, definitely go get Dalvin Cook too. Now that my work is done and Zeke Elliott is back into everybody's top 2, next up is go trade for Melvin Gordon on the cheap. Could Melvin Gordon sit out the entire year? Sure. Could he sit out 8, 9 games? Sure. Could he return in week 2 and give you back the top 5 running back numbers that he's capable of having, or top 6 because we got Dalvin Cook ahead of him? Even if Gordon came back, he'd be 6, not 5. Dalvin Cook's got that spot now. He's got a kung fu grip on that 5 spot, and he ain't letting go of it. But Melvin Gordon would jump right to 6, probably for all running backs, if he came back. Go trade for Melvin Gordon. At what value, Smitty? Well, considering he's going in the 5th and 6th round, equate that to trade value. You can go get rid of a player you drafted in round 5. Maybe a player you drafted in 5 and 7. Maybe you drafted Pollard, and the Zeke owner, owns Melvin Gordon too. And now you can go to him and say, I'll give you Pollard and this player that I drafted in round 5, 6 for Melvin Gordon. Get creative. Think of how that team that has Melvin Gordon can be helped by players on your roster. Go send that guy a combination of players that doesn't equal over 5th round value total, and go get yourself Melvin Gordon. Get that lottery ticket, set it on your bench next to players like I've told you, Jalen Samuels, Benny Snell, guys like that, Alexander Madison, even if you don't own Cook, like Devin Singletary, who now looks like gold. Set that lottery ticket that we call Melvin Gordon on your bench and feed it, water it, nurture it, and wait for it to grow back into a top 6 running back monster. It's very simple. Melvin Gordon, very simple. My work is done on Elliott. While everybody was wanting to let him fall past 5, 6, 7, 8, that work's done. Melvin Gordon's next. I'm not going to let up. Go get him. I'm not going to let up. I'm not going to stop. Melvin Gordon is my next project. Maybe I got to do the no Todd Gurley again. Maybe Darryl Henderson is also the next project, because people keep talking about how, Oh, Smitty, like I agree with them. Smitty, it looks like Darryl Henderson's no longer the guy, right? No, wrong. Melvin Gordon, Darryl Henderson, go trade for both of these guys. These are your lottery tickets. These are your win a league lottery tickets. Darryl Henderson, number 1 in college football history in yards per attempt. 8.9 yards per carry in 2017. Ooh, 8.9 yards per carry again in 2018. More 20 and 40-yard runs than anybody in the nation. Number 1 in college football history in yards per attempt. Most explosive running back to come out of college in some time. And guess what? This guy is now being undervalued, forgotten about, talked about as if he's a bust, and he's still slotted to get 9 to 12 touches. A guy that has home run hitting ability like no one we've seen in so long is going to get 9 to 12 touches in an offense that's going to open up rushing lanes like no other in the Rams. And you're going to give this guy 9 to 12 touches. He's going to pop one probably every 9 to 12 times. Once he has that 70, 80-yard touchdown run, say goodbye, window closed to buying Darryl Henderson on the cheap. He's available on waivers in a lot of leagues because people freaked out about his preseason. Oh my God, Darryl Henderson was swarmed at the line and tackled right away in the preseason. It's time to drop him. Go pick up Darryl Henderson if he's available. And go trade for him. Be creative. Be crafty. Don't just go, hey, Bob, I'll take Darryl Henderson. What will you take? Then Bob says, why do you want Darryl Henderson? I'm not trading him to you. That's a dumb way to approach a trade. What you do is you go, Bob, what do you want for Zeke Elliott? I'm not trading Zeke Elliott anymore. Okay, well, what about your next running back? Oh, I'm not trading Nick Chubb. Okay, what about another running back? You get him to commit to 1 or 2, 3, 4 players that he likes more than Darryl Henderson as his running backs. Then when you say, well, who do you have left? And he says, I've got so-and-so, so-and-so, and Darryl Henderson. You say, well, what about Darryl Henderson? I'll give you this wide receiver for Darryl Henderson. And he's like, in his mind, I've already confirmed that Darryl Henderson is nowhere near my top running back. That's what he says mentally. Then he's more likely to give you Darryl Henderson in a trade. That's how you trade. You don't just go, ring, ring, or, sorry, no one calls anyone anymore. Bob, I want Darryl Henderson from your roster. Deal? Bob ain't trading you shit at that point. Be smart when you go after a player. Don't just ask for him right out of the gate. Like some excited kid that can't contain himself the night before Christmas. Wanting to open all of his presents the night before. That's you when you just go straight for the player you want. And telegraph like a pass. Telegraph like an Eli Manning pass what you want to do and what your intentions are.
No.
That's not how you trade.
No.
Not how you trade. I just got a trade offer. Let's see what this is. Oh, that's not for me. That was just a trade that happened in my league. I was curious. Go get Darryl Henderson. Go get Melvin Gordon. I can't be more clear about how these two players could win you a league. They're lottery tickets. Get them on your bench. Go get them right now. Trade for him. Darryl Henderson. Go do it. Thank you all for staying up with me last night for 2.5 hours as we waited for the Zeke news. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Please hit subscribe. I only see 23 likes. Please hit that thumbs up on your way out. I will be back. I wanted to go live. I wanted to talk about this. I'm so damn excited that Zeke Elliott signed. I'm so damn excited for every one of you that took advantage of this easy softball pitch opportunity to get Zeke Elliott on your roster at less than 4th overall player value, sometimes less than 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. You cleaned up because you had the balls to go get Zeke Elliott when everybody else was freaking out because of something that happened with Lev Bell. And I'm telling you now, go get Melvin Gordon at 5th and 6th round value, which is where he's getting drafted now. Don't reach higher. You don't need to. Go get Melvin Gordon at rock bottom 6th and late 5th round value via trade before that's too late. Before people say, damn, I missed out again. Super chat by Jeremy dropping the $1.99. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Poindexter. And get ready for the David Montgomery Unleash party. It starts tomorrow. Get your popcorn ready. I think I might cry like Ocho Cinco cried when Devontae Adams sent him his route running in video, and Chad Johnson cried like a baby because it was so beautifully run, those routes. I might feel like that tomorrow when David Montgomery's running the football. And if I'm going to cry, I'm going to live stream it. And don't forget tomorrow, halftime show. Every Thursday night, I'm going live with one of the biggest San Francisco 49er pages on Instagram. We're going to go live. I'm going to do it on Instagram, and I'll go live probably on YouTube as well so that you guys can see it, experience it. But I'm going live at halftime. Where can you find Smitty at halftime? Every Thursday night? TheFantasyFootballShow.com. Also redirecting you over to YouTube.com/TheFantasyFootballShow. That's where you can find Smitty every Thursday night at halftime, or on Instagram at TheFantasyFootballShow on Instagram. Every Thursday night, so tomorrow night at halftime, where are you going to find me? Right here on The Fantasy Football Show. So hit subscribe, hit that bell, get ready, and go get Melvin, Gordon, and Darryl Henderson. The passion I had for don't let Zeke Elliott fall past 4 and take advantage of it if he did, I have the same passion for going and getting Melvin Gordon right now at rock bottom prices where it can't lose you. You can't lose a league by missing on a Melvin Gordon at 5th or 6th round value. But you can certainly win your league if you land that lottery ticket. And right now, it's a lottery ticket, is surprising. And as hard as that is to hear, it doesn't sound right that Melvin Gordon's a lottery ticket. But he just saw someone get paid in Zeke Elliott, and he knows he's not going to get paid because the momentum's not the same. He is going to realize where his place is. And if a team doesn't trade for him, if the trade talks don't kick into gear, he's going to feel it. And he's going to know that he's missing money, and it's not going to get done because he doesn't have the momentum that Zeke has. I think it drives him to come back, whether it's week 2, 3, 4, I don't know. Whether it's earlier than anybody anticipates, and everybody that took advantage walks right into their playoffs because they got Melvin Gordon on their roster. Go get him, and go get Darryl Henderson before it's too late. I appreciate every one of you. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Subscribe if you have never subscribed before. And are you going to hesitate on getting Melvin Gordon at rock bottom prices?
No.
Are you going to hesitate trading for Darryl Henderson?
No.
Are you going to ignore sleeperu.com right in front of your face? And if you don't have a membership, are you honestly not going to subscribe?
No.
Talk to you later. I apologize for the ramped up passion today, but Zeke Elliott has signed. I'm excited. Jeremy with the super chat, $1.99. Thank you, sir. Later.